What's up, my Moon Tribe? I'm Haley. Welcome back to Moon Tribe Tarot. These are general messages only, which means take what resonates and leave behind what does not. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, you can find all the information on how to reach me for a personal reading in the description box down below. Without any further ado, I've already gone ahead and pulled for the cards for this star sign from the 21st to the 26th of March, 2020. So, 2 cards from the Lenormand, 2 cards from the Mystical Manga Tarot deck. Let's get right into it. We got the Strength card with the 8 of Pentacles. And then we got Key and Mountain. I think that's what that one is. So, doing the tarot first, because I am more well-versed in tarot, the 8 of Pentacles represents apprenticeship. It represents putting a lot of hard work into an area of your life. A lot of the times this is money and wealth and prosperity, emotional prosperity. So this, to me, represents working very hard on a goal, on a problem, whatever this problem or situation may be. It can literally represent going back to school or a trade skill for some sort of work, but it does represent putting a lot of hard work into something. And because it came out with Strength, this is probably going to be a direct conquering your fears kind of spread, or it is one that is almost like coming out on top after fears and continuing to put the hard work into some aspect and kind of I don't want to say ignoring your anxieties, but this, to me, the Strength card literally denotes to interpersonal strength. It represents a situation in which, she has these demons which are relevant in the lion. It is symbolic of the fears that she has in this deck, in this card. She is riding into battle with her fucking fears and her demons, representing that she has made her fears her bitch, and she is doing the best she can in this situation. And her demons are fighting for her in this card. It's such a powerful card. In this deck, I love reading this deck with this card in it, because specifically this card, because it is such a brave card. It represents to me doing whatever it is that you want to do despite your fears, despite your anxieties, and coming out on top. Working and making it your fucking bitch. So here's the little bit where it gets a little bit fuzzy. I don't want to say fuzzy, but there's let's get with the Mountain first. I did an oops, and you're not supposed to really read the way that I was taught to read Lenormand. You can literally go through the fucking guidebook. I was specifically taught, hey, I'm giving this to you. Please read it in a specific way. Like, you can do it however you want, but, please read this in a specific way. Damn the real book. Do this the way that you draw your intuition. What do these cards speak to you? So I was told to do that, but I've obviously been curious and looking up the definitions here and there. But I'm going to tell you what I think this card means without the actual advice from the book. When I see this, I see somebody prepping themselves. I see somebody prepared for battle, or somebody that is expanding into a situation. But this is a situation in which there is a large unknown. And, you know what? It's not mountain. It's, clouds, because the clouds represent, there's a situation that appears to be gloomy in the situation. But when I first read this card, I usually looked at this as a situation as forward expansion. And now that I'm reading it all together, I'm kind of reading, well, let me get these 3 together before I read the whole thing, but I'm kind of going ahead with your plans regardless of your anxieties. And that's kind of made more clear with this key. And the key to me, when I see any sort of key, it represents to me the truth to the situation, represents unlocking the truth. And there might be one of you out here that might be interested in this, but I have a little bracelet that my boyfriend made me, and it has a key on it. So whenever I think of that, it to me represents 2 things. The key to your heart and the key to resolving things and to being this resolution and this solution. And I always think of that when I wear this. So that's always why I wear this when I do these readings. And I think that the key with all of these, I don't want to say they're all gloomy cards, because there's 2 cards that represent that there's definitely some sort of anxiety being worked out. But there's also 2 cards. There's 2 cards here to represent that the problems are being worked on, and 2 cards to indicate that the problem is there. But because I got the equal amount of give and take in this, it's going to be about equal for you. I feel like the amount of effort you put in is going to be the amount that you get back, if that makes sense. I feel like the more that you put your strength into a situation, the more that you put your resolve, and the more that you get past your anxieties, and the more work you put in, the more it is going to pay off with you and for you. And I think that is, during these times, a very simplistic but realistic message. The more work that you put in, the more results that you are going to see. And I don't want to just make that because, you know, we're going through a fucking pandemic right now. Like I said, honestly, take whatever route this applies to your life and put it there. I know that a lot of you are going to read this and be scared of the virus. I know that a lot of you, you know, some of you don't give a shit. And for some of you, this could relate to work. It can represent your financial setting. It can also represent love life. And it can also represent the state of our environment. Whatever way this resonates for you, take it, because it is here for you for a reason. If you're watching this, you're supposed to be taking something from this. So whatever it is, I'm not trying to spook anybody. I'm going to be making a virus about the pandemic later tonight. It'll be up on the wall by the time in the morning. But until then, like, you get out of this as much as you put into this. Trust that there is success here when you put the hard work into your anxieties and move past them despite your fears. Because that's when it's going to really turn out for you. So this is for the star sign of... What's up, Capricorn? This is good shit. I'll see you on the flip side. Take care during these times. Be safe. Be guarded. And I will see you next time. Peace out, my moon tribe.